What's up? This is how I make hard dance beats. So first started with this slap bass, which I did not make from a cashmere bank. And for the pattern, I'm just keeping it a lot of octave jumps, a lot of runs, and I played this out on my keyboard. Also just gonna go ahead and break down the drums just cause it's pretty consistent throughout the song. Just got this cashmere kick, layered snares. And I have all the melodies running through kickstart. With that bass and these drums together, you get this. And like, that's pretty much the beat right there. Everything else is just adding to that. Because you could probably just leave that bass line, add a couple exhausts, and call it a day. But the first thing that I'm adding is this layer with that bass. Just the same bass pattern copy pasted. And it's just the initial saw. In here, process, remove fundamental, which saves me from having to EQ out the fundamental. And that sounds like this. And when you layer those together, like, it just works. The low of that sub combined with the highs from the respace, it's worked together. So I've got this serum number 3, which is basically just like a saw key, and that's just literally playing this one sustained note. And that's just another layer with this bass. Like, you don't even really notice it. And that's pretty much this intro section. I've also got this like classic 2HOLLIS synth with, I mean, you know the synth. That's also got kickstart on it. So that's pretty much all for this first section. Then next I bring in this just simple offbeat open hi-hat. And what you want to do with these beats is wait to bring that open hat in. Because once you bring that open hat in, it kind of brings in like relief, I guess. It like fills in the piece of the groove that's missing. And you want to wait to add that. Not as late as you can, but later than you think you should. Like, it just changes the song. I don't know how to explain it. But then we come into this section where I add more synth. We got this serum which I made, which is just an LFO on the coarse pitch and some detune. And I just got it on 8th note rate. So I'm not actually playing different notes, it just sounds like I am. But all I'm doing is just holding down one note, and that's playing this kind of high up sprinkly melody. And layered with the bass and other sounds. Then I have this white noise synth that I made, which is just white noise, filter with the peak all the way up, tune the cutoff to 440, which is A, and then some hyper distortion a little bit of chorus, a little bit of reverb, and that sound is just playing this. So all that together. And with the drums. And with the kickstart. And like that's once again pretty much the song, but I've just got to add one more variation. And here I'm bringing back in that 2HOLLIS style synth. And I'm also adding this just straight up the minor scale arpeggio. And what makes this arpeggio sound so crazy is I've got this LFO1 on the octave and a bit of downsample and hyper. And basically that LFO on the octave means it's doing this, but it's like I added this arpeggiator and made it real crazy. To me, it kind of sounds like a phone. And I also, in this part, make the kick pattern more free-flowing. I basically just take the main pattern and cut out the solo kick and make a new pattern out of it. And you can just hear how much more bounce that adds. And I add a open hi-hat on every 4. And then a straight 16 on this 808 hat. And I also add a serum white noise with just some distortion and a kickstart. Then I bring back in the same 2 melodies from earlier. And I've also got these exhausts and sweep ups. And these are also all routed to that kickstart. And then the last variation is I change the bass pattern to another bass once again. This is just like a fat re-space. And it's just that same initial bass pattern copy pasted. And for mixing, basically most of these sounds are just gonna have an EQ, like rolling off lows, rolling off highs, and a lot of kickstart. It's basically kickstart on every melodic element. I've got this fast shimmer pan on the ARP. Which just accentuates that octave craziness. And I got nothing on the drums, nothing on these serums, just kickstart, a lot of kickstart. For the master, soothe on this preset because I'm layering a bunch of basses and stuff and I just want to keep that low here. And cradle the God particle on this kind of weird preset. I'm not gonna lie, I got this preset just by going up here and clicking randomize till it sounded good. And add a soft clipper, and I really like using the Serum Effects soft clipper. I feel like there's just something about the Serum Effects soft clipper that just gives it that sound. Then another soothe to finish it off. Then I've got this JJ37, which I've just been putting on everything. I mean, that's pretty much the beat. This FLP will not be on Patreon. I'm sorry. But I hope you're enjoying daily uploads. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. Goodbye.